Okay, here it is, everyone. You guys have been begging for it, and we're giving it to you. The hotly anticipated and highly demanded Joe Esch episode of the Chubby Behemoth podcast. Joe, hello.
Hello. Hi, Chubby True Believers.
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I'm rocking in the free world. We're in Wilmington right now.
We're literally rocking in my hotel room because there's been a guy outside playing the same 8 acoustic guitar covers since about 11:30 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah, so I got woken up to the sweet sounds of Surrender by Cheap Trick.
Oh, great one.
It's a great song, but you need a couple more guitars to really bring that. I know they're a 3-piece, don't get mad at me. But still, I'm just saying, it doesn't really translate when you got the hollow-bodied wooden guitar slamming that.
Have you heard the ska version from Less Than Jake?
Have I heard the ska version of Cheap Trick Surrender by the aforementioned Less Than Jake?
Yes.
Brother, you know, we live different lifestyles.
No.
I have not been treated to the manna from heaven that is the Less Than Jake cover of Surrender. I'm sorry.
It's a great album.
So they had a whole album of just that song, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a phenomenal album with that song on it, and I'm sure this is the content that your fans crave.
Well, no, what they really crave is me and you talking while I'm doing my fantasy draft. And I'm on pick 12 of 15, which means, Joe, I'm going to let you pick the rest of my team, all right, buddy?
No.
Well, this will be fun for you because I'm just going to tell you their names.
Got it.
And you tell me who to take, all right? So in this pairing right now, we have Jordan Addison. Do you want to know their position or their color? Is that helpful?
I would like to know their height and their dick size.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. So Jordan Addison, and I'll let you guess what position and what color they are.
Bottom.
Versus Zach Charbonnet.
Zach Charbonnet.
I know, it's tough. So what color and position is Zach Charbonnet?
Zach Charbonnet is a white running back.
Okay, all right. You're half right.
Damn it.
No, you're actually 3/4 right. I think he's a half white running back.
Wonderful.
Okay, and then Jordan Addison. Yes.
I'm going to say he is a black
Okay.
wide receiver.
Black wide receiver. Well, you threw a dart at the biggest part of the board and you got it. So who are we gonna take from those two?
Jordan Addison.
Oh, great pick. All right, Joe, coming through with the great pick. Now, Joe, you are here because Lund, I don't know if I should talk about this on the pod, but Lund was sleeping next to his new puppy that he got in the wake of George Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And Lund, as he's known to do, had about 2.5 hot and readies, passed out and rolled over and crushed the puppy.
Along with Creech.
It's so funny to me. And I don't know where it comes from, but I know when I was a kid, my buddy Clay DeHaan, his parents ran, we didn't call it a puppy mill. We called it a home-based startup back then.
Yeah.
Right? But they had a husky, this big, beautiful dog, and she would litter. You know, she littered more than me when I'm eating sunflower seeds. You know,
brother?
What I mean? Yeah. But she had puppies. It seemed, as I remember it, she had puppies. She had about 8 dogs every 14 weeks. You know, this lady was on a tight schedule.
Is this the guy that fought dozens of dogs off?
No, that was the man my grandfather's named after.
Ah.
Yeah, an Ova who was a boxcar hobo. But no, so one time this dog had a litter of puppies, and I was there hanging out at Clay's house playing Magic the Gathering. He was my Magic the Gathering buddy. He got me into the game. And
he got me into the game.
He did. He tapped me into the mainframe, man. He made me a part of I mean, I'm not going to lie. I might have got on Arena a little earlier today.
Oh, for sure. 100%. New rankings are out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm tearing up gold and timeless.
You're gold already?
Well, I used to be. I was diamond once, and I used to be.
Hey, you're a diamond forever.
Platinum. Yeah, stop.
Don't you forget that,
Stop it.
Oh, Joe. Okay, new draft available.
Okay.
All right. Do we want Hollywood Brown? I guess. I don't think we really need to try and do a deep dive onto what position.
We don't want to guess what race Hollywood Brown is. It's not a fun game.
I'm taking Hollywood Brown. So yeah, the dog gave birth. Then me and Clay had one of our long late night Magic playing sessions, and then I went to bed. And I woke up the next morning, and Clay's mom was all sad in the kitchen. And I was like, "Oh, what's the matter, Holly?" And she said, "Oh, the dog rolled over and crushed 9 puppies." And I started laughing so hard. I lost it, man.
Oh my god! Imagine if your mother was just holding you and went flump.
Oh, yeah. And your last thing, you think you're having milk, and you're like, "Oh, this is great. I'm getting nourishment." I can't see. There's still a room on my eyes. I mean, I'm a baby husky that's been alive for 6 hours or whatever, and all you know of life, in that brief understanding you have, is that there's a bigger version of you who feeds you out of its body and then kills you immediately. Like, you don't even see the sun. All you have is smells and like a general understanding of
Eyes closed, and then embracing the end. They any percented life.
They really did, yes. And I mean, I'm not in favor of
infanticide, infanticide.
I don't like dog infanticide, but I just remember standing there like 10 years old. And she was like, "Yeah, they rolled over and killed all of her puppies." And I was like, "Because it's just you're so fat that you crush the little
babies."
It's my biggest fear, which is interesting based on my dating history.
Yeah, a lot of tiny ladies.
A lot of frail women.
A lot of sickly women.
Yeah, well, a history of sickly women, but they're a bit of a dichotomy because they're sickly, but they also typically, as we say in the parlance of the show, had them.
Oh, yeah.
Joe, what are you doing? What's that hand up to, buddy?
I'm squirming around like a little baby because I'm nervous.
You're doing great.
I love
by the way,
pod.
we're not recording this because I'm using my phone to draft.
Excellent.
And you have what? An Obama Google phone? You have an Android of some kind?
I have an Android. I have a Pixel 6a.
Because you do everything that Lund does.
Oh, that's right.
Because you love
Lund and I have the same phone.
Yeah. What was the name of the guy who like became Versace? Or no, it was Liberace made his partner he made his partner dress and do his hair just like him because he wanted to fuck himself. Did you know this about Liberace?
I did not know that.
Yeah, so Liberace did that. So I feel like you're going to try and do that with Lund, where you're going to have to gain about 150 pounds.
There.
You're going to have to start eating just like pork knuckle. You have to do everything to make sure you get the wrath of gout as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Grow your hair out, slick it back. We're going to have to get you contacts to make your eyes blue like Nathan's.
Oh, great. What is it? Oh, good? Oh, good. I'm Nathan now.
What is it about Lund that drives you wild? Is it
What
his
is it
big
about-
lips, his blue eyes, his general disdain for being alive?
Very symmetrical face.
He is handsome. He is
very
a handsome
handsome
guy.
man.
Yes.
Stout, stocky, strong man.
Yeah.
Comes from good stock.
He does. Yeah, livestock.
Yeah.
Ukrainian. You have that funny bit in your act about how you want to get gaped by a 300-pound man who looks like your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember I was standing in the back last night, and Vecchio, our host, turned over and said, "Do you look like his dad?" I was like, "I don't think so."
You don't.
Yeah.
But that's never stopped me.
Well, and I guess we should say you're a self-styled homosexual,
Thereabouts.
right? Yeah, it's like your whole thing. HOLE thing. But yeah, you're here because Lund bailed for really no good reason, honestly. I told the club that his dog was sick, but he just didn't buy a flight.
Yeah. He was like, well, the flights are pretty expensive now. And it's like, they weren't expensive 2 fucking weeks ago when you last talked about it with me.
They also weren't expensive 4 months ago when I got this date from I think I've had this date actually for like 8 months.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because I reached out to you like 6 months ago. And it was like, I'm going to be in the Southeast.
Yeah, which you're not. You're not in the Southeast. You're just here for this show.
I'm here for this show. I have a move coming up, and I had to stop looking for. I wanted to find bridge dates between Arkansas last week and this one, like maybe in Tennessee. But
well, and these are also like Wilmington, North Carolina is between Pittsburgh and Arkansas, so it makes sense that you needed a bridge date.
Well, here's the thing. I wanted to just go across the Southeast. I know people in Nashville. I was hoping to do Tennessee.
Yeah, I see.
But I just didn't pursue that as soon as I found out I was moving.
Also, where'd you learn the term bridge date from? Stand-up lingo 101? I've never even heard that term before.
It's a date that bridges together 2 shows. I just kind of fired it off.
Okay.
I'm a revolutionary.
It's good, man. I like it. And Joe, you're actually... So I got to Wilmington at 11:30 p.m. on Thursday evening after a arduous 22-hour journey from the Middle East. Because I was in Cyprus, Joe.
You were in Cyprus.
You know, Cyprus is a island nation that is half dominated by the Turkish stronghold, the bloodless Turks, as we call them over there.
Yeah. Were you engaging in ethnic cleansing in Cyprus?
No, but I did go to the DMZ.
Got it.
Yeah, because I was looking for some THC. Because you know me, I'm old Sam T.
Old Sam T. Getting that TLC 3 for 3.
What's going on out there? They just fire off a cannon from the old warship?
So the weather's been really weird. My TV's just been cutting out all afternoon.
Really?
Yeah. I've been trying to watch that Natty G, as I'm wont to do.
Oh, yeah, you're wearing their sweatshirt right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm a whore for National Geographic.
What is that
among
about?
other things?
Yeah.
They're like ZooBooks for Grownups. I love them.
They're like Animorphs in reverse.
Exactly. You just flip through and look at the pictures. There's an elephant. There's a topless broad. Well, that's a life.
That's a great life. Sometimes you get the topless broad on
the front.
top of the elephant.
Oh, that's right.
And then if you get the X-rated version, you get the elephant on top of the
topless broad.
Let me finish the joke. So I came from Cyprus, man, after I flew from Cyprus. Started the day with an hour-and-a-half cab ride at 4 a.m. to get to the La Marca airport, where I was greeted by a bunch of gun-toting security guards with dogs. So I was like, I'm going to throw away these 2 weed cartridges I have, but for some reason I'm going to let it ride on the one that has the least weed in it.
Yeah, the Brittany Grinner strat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I wanted to become a political prisoner.
Oh, that's right. You wanted to join the WNBA.
It's the only way they'll let me in. I also can't jump, and I'm only good from 4 feet away. No, they're athletes.
They're great.
We got another pick available for you. Okay. Do you want to get the great Curtis Samuel, or do you want Romeo Dobbs, or Pat Fryermuth?
Pat Fryermuth or Romeo Dobbs, because that first guy, who gives a shit?
Yeah, you're right.
Romeo Dobbs.
You like Romeo Dobbs.
I like Romeo Dobbs.
I'm going to have to call the veto on this one because I'm getting Pittsburgh legend Pat Fryermuth because I need a second tight end for some reason. Because you're from Pittsburgh. You probably know the Muth.
Yeah, we go back.
You probably see him at the Steamworks every
Probably
now and
see
then.
him at the bathhouse. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it's called Club Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's the Steamworks in Chicago and I think like Toronto.
It's funny that there's cool, fun names for all these dens of decadence that you attend. There's the Steamworks, there's the NYC Eagle, and then it's just the Pittsburgh Bathhouse is what you guys call it?
It's called Club Pittsburgh.
Club Pittsburgh.
Like a jazzercise studio.
Oh my God, how many 55-year-old fat yinzers? What is going on out there?
I think Armageddon. I think judgment has come and that you've been deemed unworthy of the Lord to ascend into the kingdom. I obviously have an excuse, but you just are a bad person.
You hear that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm back in Cyprus looking east, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
'cause-
Seeing that kerfuffle.
Yeah,
That whoopsie, that international uh-oh.
I'm sure they'll figure it out.
I'm sure, because they've been pretty good at doing that.
Oh, yeah. Do I want a defense or do I want a kicker in my last pick? What do you think, Joe?
Defense.
Defense? But I have the opportunity to book Young Ho Koo. I'm going to go with the Koo man. No, I'm actually going to take
The Kooman.
The Kooman, yes. I'm going to take the line. No, I'm not going to I'm taking Koo. All right, and that's the end of my draft, everyone.
Okay, great pod.
Hey, it's been good. So yeah, I was over there in Cyprus. We're 300 miles away from what's going on.
From the happenings?
I have a budding career in show business, so I can't really I can't say what's going on over there.
You can't say anything?
You can give a label to it if you want, Joe. You're tapping out.
Well, I feel...
So I come home. I fly to London, at 5.5 hour flight to London, and then I flew to Miami. And then I flew from Miami to Wilmington. I get to Wilmington, and I haven't been in America for 5 weeks, and I get in the old Uber driving car, and they take me down. We're staying on the waterfront here in beautiful Wilmington. So I was like, great, North Carolina, the east side of the country. It's the old side of the country. I'm not going to just get put back into Tulsa or, Kansas City. I'm going to see something with age and a little bit of moss on it.
Something that stolen people built.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And something
Something that was built with a lot of suffering behind it.
That's the only history we have in this country. It's a history of
Hardship.
the exploited and the exploiters. But no, instead of being on like some kind of like, cool waterfront where there's like a taffy factory and like a candy apple factory, no, there's just a Ruth Chris steakhouse overlooking an abandoned waterfront because people aren't allowed to walk on the riverfront because I'm assuming
they keep drowning trying to save their reflections. There's just signage that says, "You are not in the water. You are dry."
You are dry. When in doubt, pat your body down for moisture. No, that's just sweat.
Oh, thank God. I thought that was it for me.
I'm not saying Americans are stupid. I'm just saying that our country is ugly and disgusting.
Oh, God. If I could make billboards illegal, I would. They suck.
Yeah, and well, so you pointed out the billboards because I was so just... I mean, you arrived yesterday at noon. You were my shining knight. We rented a car.
As
you got it
always.
from the airport. You picked me up. You rescued me from here.
Nathan was like, "Who cares?" I was like, "Sam, you're my, you're my everything."
Yeah, no, I mean, look, when Lund canceled, I was like, "Who cares?" Joke and feature. You were fucking great last night. You were so funny. I had so much fun last night on stage because you guys set such a great fucking table. You're silly up there, but there's a little bit of nasty.
A little bit nasty.
Yeah, that lady last night, you have that joke about Magic the Gathering that literally no one understands but me and, a man with a
that's going out.
who has a cane he doesn't need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A panther at the end of it.
That's right. Yeah. His aunt made it to stay sober. But, yeah, she said something about how she plays Magic, and you're like, "Yeah, right, bitch," or whatever you said.
Well, here's the thing. I saw the dude he was sitting next to, like a Rasputin, as you called it.
Yeah.
And it's like, is that your choice or was that him?
Yeah.
Are you just terrified of being alone?
Yeah, like what happened to you in your childhood that you got to be with fucking Man Mountain Puck over here,
And play Magic.
And
just
play Magic with him.
desperately keep him from leaving.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes chicks like stuff. Sometimes chicks aren't lying.
Sometimes chicks aren't lying, but as you know,
most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah. No one dislikes straight women more than homosexuals.
No, because we're allowed to. We're just allowed to say it.
Yeah, you guys can be mean and make them flinch. But anyway, you picked me up and we went to the beach. And the whole drive there, you point out how you hate billboards. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And then literally everywhere you look on the highway out to the beach is just dollar stores and fucking Zaxby's and Bojangles.
They're never for anything good. They're always for like cheesy fly-by-night lawyers and casinos and pornography superstores.
Yeah, fireworks outlets.
And then there's like the anti-billboards that are like very Christian and outspoken and evangelical.
Yeah. A load is a life. I like that one.
Exactly. You're going to hell, and here's why.
Yeah. But yeah, we went to the beach, dude, and we hosed each other down. That was more enjoyable for one of us more than the other one.
Yeah, you loved it.
I did. Yeah, well, I liked it when I was rubbing the sunscreen on your back, and your tongue was literally hanging out of your head.
Yeah, like a cartoon.
Am I lying
wolf.
about this?
Yeah, my eyes also extended in little hearts.
No, you can try and make it hyperbolic, but your tongue was dangling out the side of
I was trying to stay cool like a dog.
I'm pissed we didn't go to the beach today because of my various fantasy drafts.
Oh, the weather's nasty.
Is it raining?
We would have gotten rained out. Yeah, like I said, my TV keeps cutting out upstairs.
I haven't been outside since like 1.
You're not missing much. I took a lap, and it's everything you remember.
Yeah, I went to the farmer's market. You remember last night when you were like, "I'll be up, don't worry, everything will be fine. I'll be awake."
Well, then I had
We're going
like
to the
5
farmer's
beers.
market." I didn't see you have these 5 beers, by the way. I saw you split a third of a can of beer.
It was a big ass can. It was like
a growler. It was a crowler.
Crowler.
Yeah, that's what they call a canned growler, I believe.
Checks out.
Thank you.
Because can starts with C.
You're figuring it out, Joe. But yeah, so anyway, you said you were hungover, so you woke up at what?
I woke up
1:30?
I woke up at like 8. Went to the bathroom, hung out at the bottom of my shower for an hour. There's a lot of kids on my floor.
Really? You hung out in the shower for an hour?
Yeah,
You were wrecked with alcohol?
I was like, I shouldn't say like an hour, but like, yeah, I don't drink that often.
Wow, so you were just trying to fit in last night?
Last night, it was a fun evening. I went well on stage. I was feeling a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yingling's tasty.
The green room was a bit of a salon by the end of it.
Oh, we were gabbing.
Oh, yeah.
There were a couple bitches in there, and then you soaking it all in.
They were letting it flap, dude. I never get to hang out and gossip with the girls or catty homosexuals. So when I'm given that license, I fucking soak it up like white bread and gravy.
Oh, it's tasty.
It's so
to hear
tasty.
about all the people, all the shitheads who come through.
Yeah, and like I don't even know who they're talking about, but I'm like, dish, bitch.
Or it's like, ooh, I hate her.
I have a feminine energy sometimes. I let it come out of me.
Yeah, most people do, buddy.
I know, but it's really fun to embrace it sometimes. You know?
God, it's the best.
God, it is because like I went to the farmer's market this morning. Oh, I got some canned pears over there, and I got some pickled green beans.
Yes, sir.
The canned pears are insane, dude. They're off the lady's tree, Mrs. Moses.
Mrs. Moses. Oh.
All right, so what position?
Mrs. Moses.
Yeah.
That's what Harriet Tubman called herself, Moses.
Yeah,
That's
when-
the Chubby B history fact of the day.
When Harriet Tubman got her groove back, she called herself
Harriet the
Moses.
spy?
No, Joe. She was good, but
She was all right.
good. She got him out. Tubman's a funny name.
Tubman is great, especially because it's so close to Tub Girl.
Like if I was like a black comic, I'd probably go by Tubman.
Tubman.
Hairy gut Tubman. But yeah, the peaches, or they're not peaches, they're pears, and they're so good. And the liquid is delicious candy water. The green beans have snap to them, but there's a cinnamon stick in there for some reason.
Ugh.
Is
They
that
like-
that's God bellowing at us to knock it off?
Yeah, he's saying like, this pod sucks. Get Nathan.
Dude, this is good. Two people actively engaged in the thing they're doing?
No way.
What's next? It's not me just like over here being like, my name is Larry Burpin, you know?
Just doing like some character, and Lund's like, oh, great.
Yeah, me trying so hard to make Lund laugh and him stonewalling me. Much like the
Being
riots
there
that
are
gave you guys
showtimes
pride.
for Deadpool versus Wolverine at 4:30.
I haven't seen that movie yet. Have you?
No.
What?
I haven't. I told you, I hated Fall Guy. Ryan Reynolds took a fat dump last time I went to the movie theater.
Dude. So wait. Is Fall Guy the one about the
It's the
stunt
Australian
actor?
TV series that was turned into a movie.
Oh my god, that was so bad. It couldn't make up its mind of what it wanted to be. But there was my friend, the big red guy.
Yeah.
He's Ben Knight. He's
The guy who beats the shit out of Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
he's a very competent. He's a very funny a comedian. He's a stand-up and a competent actor and like a school teacher in Australia. But I think they blew the budget out so bad on the two leads in that, and then all the huge explosions and stunts that they had to like, you know.
It must have been produced during the writers' strike.
Yeah,
Like,
100%. And made in Australia where they have no unions.
Yeah.
Except for between their ancient ancestors and the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and their indigenous tribes. They love the moon.
People, the
down there.
Tasmanians.
Well, so you can't say the one that starts with an A.
You can't?
I think that's like now denoted as a slur.
Really?
Yes.
Oof.
You better go delete some old tweets, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when you had that History of Australia project when you were in 8th grade 5 years ago. What's happening out
I
there?
had a history project about India, and I said way worse stuff.
Now, India is interesting to me. I just watched an Instagram reel about a guy in India searching down Mountain Dew for the first time. So he like rides his bicycle like 30 kilometers into town and goes to like every shop in town, and everyone's like, you know, we don't have the Mountain Dew. There is no Mountain Dew. But then he finally goes to like a fucking like Walmart in India, and he finds a Mountain Dew, and then he takes it home on his bicycle and he puts it in the refrigerator overnight. And then the next morning he gets dressed in a suit and tie and he goes outside and he cracks it and he slurps it, and you see his eyes just go pinpoints as he's finally like achieved what his direct
He did the do.
he did the fucking do for the first time, man. And then he does like a heel click. It's really great.
Coke and Pepsi like poisoned that country for 20 years.
Right, the Nestle Corporation I think had a hand in it.
Yeah, they took all the groundwater. They tried to petition Congress to maximize the amount of permissible pesticides. And then there's
Go ahead.
Were
you Googling to back this up? You took your phone
No,
out.
I was Googling. There's a great movie. There's a great Bollywood movie about an alien and a boy with...
What's it called? The Water is Sweet?
It's like Via Moi Gaya or something.
Oh, Jesus. Joe.
And it's every other shot, there's like a Pepsi can with the logo facing out because they poured a bunch of money into Bollywood to sort of get good PR after it was revealed what they were doing.
Whoa. It's like how the Chimpanzee Council made Monkey Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. They were like,
because they kept tearing off faces.
That's right. So we need monkey representation. We need to make the monkey a hero again. Mm-hmm. And they gave Dev Patel all that money to make his masterpiece. Have you seen Monkey Man?
I have seen Monkey Man.
Thoughts?
I watched it with a bunch of comics.
You did? You saw it in a group setting?
I saw it in a group setting up in my room.
Oh, my God. That's fun, dude. That's what movies are meant for.
We watched The Holdovers and Monkey Man.
What a great night.
Holdovers was fine. I just couldn't find... I like Paul Giamatti a lot. His performance was great. I just find myself like not being able to care about the characters. But
you didn't care at all?
We were in and out. We were comics, so...
so you were riffing.
We were riffing.
Someone
We were
didn't
deep.
act
We're like,
out.
his dad's crazy.
Shannon Norman's giving a haircut in the corner.
Chucky Tubes.
Yeah, Alex DePula's just sitting there burning his hand with a lighter.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like we're asleep and dying is the only way to wake up?
Yeah, I saw Monkey Man on the flight from London to Miami.
That's a good plane movie.
It was such a good plane movie, dude. And I'll say this: I watched Monkey Man, and I tried to watch Barbie, bro.
Barbie is not. It's a movie for teenage girls.
It's a movie for kids, right?
Yeah, it's a movie for
Okay.
children, and a bunch of these "I'm with her" types who are fucking have to pretend it's the greatest gift to cinema. The fact that it's even compared to Oppenheimer, like
What?
well,
Who's doing that?
A lot of people. They came out at the
is
same.
this in your algorithm?
This isn't my algorithm. It was
Yeah.
a big thing. It was Barbieheimer, which was fun. Two movies came out with like a big tonal clash, but I mean,
I forgot you're the only subscriber to Hipster Runoff still. Mm-hmm. Remember Hipster Runoff?
no, I don't.
Oh my God, it was like made like American Apparel look really cool. Anyway, I'm really glad to. I'm sorry that I brought up Hipster Runoff.
No, you're fine.
I forgot you're a child. I lived through the culture wars of the late 1990s, early 2000s.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
You
I
spoke
had a
for-
gray V-neck.
You had a gray V-neck.
Uh-huh.
You spoke about your GLCC at your high school.
I did. I tried to. I wore a bandana. God, I wore so many bandanas. When I was 19, I had pigtails. I went to my.
Willie Nelson style.
I was full Willie Nelson. I looked more like I was like a roadie for the band. You know?
Yeah.
No, the band, Levon Helm.
No.
What's going on with you?
I'm
You're
27.
so smart, but you missed out on so much.
But fucking, I don't think it's unrelated.
They backed up Bob Dylan.
They backed up Bob Dylan?
Yes, the singer-songwriter of Jewish faith.
God, what's his? You mean what's his original name? Something Zimmerman?
Yes.
Yes, I like pseudonyms.
Yes, Zimmerman.
Zimmerman is his original name.
And then he shot that kid in Florida.
yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's all connected. He said, "What are you doing, kid? You don't belong here."
He's got a gun. Oh, it's a hoagie, but too late. Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. Hey, brother, are you tiptoeing out the Coliseum?
No, but I'm glad to hear you say that Barbie is bad because, you know, I have a lot of dialogues with powerful women in my life. Mm-hmm. It's like my main thing is like becoming strong through their strength.
Yeah.
And every one of them I've talked to and the men who are trying to have sex with them have told me that the Barbie movie is a transcendent work of postmodern art.
It's such dog
It sucks.
shit.
I made it 20 minutes in. I made it to Kate McKinnon's character, and I was like, Kate McKinnon's cool. This will be fun. And then no, she's just like, her whole thing is that she's like, that she's the Barbie that's been like left in the sand. So she's like doing the splits all the time. It was just, she couldn't save it, and I said that's enough.
I think it was a great movie for kids.
Yes.
But yeah, it was just like an hour-and-a-half toy commercial with baby's first feminism thrown in there.
Oh my God, I need to hang out with more gay guys in hotel rooms. You know?
I said the same thing yesterday.
It was funny, me and you showing up to the beach.
Because I'm wearing like my Pride Pirates hat, and they're like, that must be a weird scenario.
Yeah, they're
Their
like,
hotel room must smell crazy.
I don't think they assumed we were in a hotel room.
Yeah.
They're just banging in
Like
abandoned cars. We rented a Ryder truck to roll around and fuck in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just remember we turned some heads, man, because it's like either because it doesn't make sense that you and I would just be like two dudes hanging out having an afternoon.
Yeah, the age gap, the difference in stature.
Right, yeah, I look old, you look young and swinging. It's like, what are they doing together? Is the little one the big one's nurse? Is that what he's doing?
The little one is recording him for science.
Did the little one adopt the big one for like tax purposes?
The little one.
Yeah. Maybe because I forgot about your Pride hat. Maybe they did think that we were plugging away at each other.
Dude, they've been crazier scenarios.
Oh, for sure. No, I know. That's most of hanging out with you is me asking you questions about your the very, very like questions you really shouldn't ask anyone.
I'm an open book, baby.
Well, I know you've made yourself available to our questions, and you've told us a lot about your decadent and depraved lifestyle.
Yep.
But it's a lot of me just like asking you, like, what did you do with the guys? And then you'll tell me, and I'm like, oh, gross.
It's like, where did you put it? Yuck.
Get real. No way.
Well, poop comes out of that, right?
It's fun though that because what I was saying is that I come back to America after I think the best trip I've ever been on, and we did the shoot in Rome. We did the Wide World shoot, and like we were doing so much great shit. We had the 2 camera guys, Lund's on fire. Our wives and girlfriends are there. Like it was just such this like beautiful trip. And then me and Emily relaxed for a week in the Mediterranean. Just beautiful water. I ate fucking squid every day. The best olive oil I've ever had. These insane little cakes that are made with like day-old cheese.
God, that rules.
It was great, man. Fresh squeezed orange juice every morning. Big pots of coffee. Just
like
of coffee.
A 90% fat diet.
Oh yeah,
God.
for sure. And then homemade bread every day.
Yes.
Dude, the fucking gyros I had there are not gyros, they're pork. It was like what's the Mexican delicacy? Carnitas. It was like they would serve you carnitas whenever you wanted it. You literally had an old-timey like
you had a
burner
carnita
phone.
boy.
Yeah, I had a carnita boy.
Carnita boy?
Well, I had a carnita girl. She was Filipino. Her name was Shenha.
Gross.
But Shenha would pop up every now and then and be like, any
Shenha.
more meat, sir?
Friend of the pod, Shenha.
Shenha. We got to hook her up with Seiji from the Tokyo Club in Japan. They'd be a great couple.
We got to hook her up with your kicker.
Who gets the green card in that scenario?
They both share it.
I hope so. I hope that they gave Young Ho Koo citizenship in the great state of Georgia.
Well, that's the thing. He had to make a 70-yard field goal as part of his citizenship test. That's what we should include an athletics portion to the citizenship test. Where it's like, if you can do the 40 in under 5 seconds, get in.
Yeah, of course, you're in 100%. That's the future that Republicans fear.
Yeah, that's
Just the fastest guys from all over the world. It would severely limit the Latino population, I think, though.
I think it might get Eastern Europeans.
But I think that we would have a mass exodus of people from the Caribbean and Mother Africa. Mm-hmm. You know, we'd have a lot of people coming in, which is great because I love Caribbean food. I love oxtail. I love curried goats.
You know, it's never something that I've dived too much into. Caribbean food.
Yeah, you've never had Jamaican food, you told me yesterday.
I've had like various, like, the only Jamaican food I've had is there's like this nice food court, or at least it was when I was in Harrisburg. I did a show in Philadelphia. Coming back, there was like a 3-hour Greyhound layover in Harrisburg.
Ooh.
I had some like red beans and rice, fried plantains. God, fried plantains are good.
And then just like this, we were eating so much fruit in Cyprus because they had the full buffet in the morning, and I'd wake up and I don't know. When you have a buffet one day of your stay, you're like, okay, I'm loading up on bacon, I'm getting the omelet bar, I'm going to avoid any of this fruit. Who cares about fruit? We were there for 7 days, so I was fucking eating like 4 slices of watermelon, insane cantaloupe. Dragon fruit. I was ripping through dragon fruit.
How is dragon fruit?
Oh, it's exciting. It's purple. It's like very like lurid and visceral. It looks like a woman's vagina. Honestly.
Central America is indigenous too.
It is, and also in Cyprus they can grow bananas. It's because it's in the Middle East effectively. So like they're on that weird strip where you can grow bananas. The bananas were great, but then I get to America, man, and I'm just like bummed. I was just disgusted by everything I saw here in Wilmington, which is a lovely place, I'm sure. If you haven't been to Bruges. And I mean, even it sounds like the gods are bowling outside of our window. There's none of this weather over where I was at.
There's no rain in Europe.
No, ever. No, there's no snow. There's no rain. No.
I got snowed into Munich once.
God!
During the winter last year, I was staying with a guy in Martzling.
A little
north. Yep,
it's for lovers.
It's for lovers.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful German lovers.
How well did you know this guy?
Oxymoron. Since college.
Oh, okay, so he wasn't just some guy you met.
It wasn't just some dude
at a bus stop.
Yeah,
some guy.
He was like, "Come to Munich, pretty boy."
How did you describe flirting before Grindr last night?
Oh, yeah. It was Shannon Norman lighting someone else's cigarette, the original Grindr.
It's coming up, getting close. So that was Shannon's bit that you did last night?
That was Shannon's bit.
But last night, when we were in the room full of people, you didn't mention that was someone else's bit.
No, I didn't. Because
wow.
it was my culture, so I feel like I can take it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he's actually the tourist.
He's the tourist.
Yeah, that's the T-sis.
Shannon Norman, friend of the pod.
I've been saying that's not it, sis, to my wife, and she really thinks it's funny.
That's not it, sis. Let her cook.
Yeah, she was like, how did you... That's not... We don't say that anymore. And I was like, I'm a straight white guy who's almost 40. It just got to us.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if it's 20 years old, it's on the table, brother.
It's breaking news to me, Emmy, and I'm going to fucking roll around in a little bit.
I would love to see you with acrylic nails.
Well, so that's the thing is I chew my nails... So like I could never do anything to my nails ever. I'm like nubbed down. It's my worst thing that I do to myself now that I've tried to get healthier is I still chew my nails. And I'll chew them and I'll be like, "Oh, that one didn't even count." Like what was the point of that? I'm just doing this out of some kind of like, you know.
Oh, have you ever seen people who like chew it down to the nubs?
Oh, I mean, how nub are you talking? Look what I got going on.
Look at what you got going on.
Look at that.
That's fine. I've seen people who just like have the cuticle and that's it.
Really?
Yeah.
You can go even deeper than this?
You can go. Some people just chew until there's nothing left.
I don't like the guy who chews on the corner of his thumb.
You want to check out something real gnarly? I got that blister.
What the hell?
Yeah, I burnt myself. I was so excited for cornbread, I forgot ovens were hot.
Excellent. Okay.
I was like, cornbread?
Oh, that's fun.
Can't have ribs without it.
Shit. Oh, do we need to do an ad read on this? Vamp, Joe. Vamp.
Vamp. God. Oh,
Hit up Becker.
we're in Wilmington. It's a beautiful place.
Hey, Becker, do we have an ad read on this one I'm doing right now?
Wilmington is one of those places where I could just see disappearing to.
That's what you said. I always said that about Pensacola or Chattanooga. If I like hit a kid with my car, I just keep driving all the way.
All the way, and now you're Tommy Two Tones at the local farmer's market. You grow cucumbers.
Well, there was a guy. I had actually two being recognized today at the farmer's market, which is exciting.
Oh, that's right. Another guy recognized you when we were getting sushi yesterday.
Yes, he did. And that guy, so all three of the guys actually didn't say, "Hey, you're Sam Tallent." All three of them here in North Carolina said, "So you doing a show tonight?" Like, no, they didn't like put it on me. Like, hey, you're Sam Tallent, I'm gonna bother you. It was just more like, "Say now, Drifter. So you made your way
Handsome
through town."
stranger.
Yeah. What's the haps on the craps, paps? But there was a mushroom guy. This guy Corey, who grows all the mushrooms in town.
Sweet.
And he's bringing a little care package tonight.
Ooh.
I said I had no use for it, but I figured...
Are they like mushrooms? Or are they...
No, he's baking a cake, stupid.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
I mean, like, I like oyster mushrooms, but...
Okay, well, you think he's bringing some lion's mane.
Oh, that rocks.
What a great name for a mushroom.
What a great name for... I didn't know if you were talking about something more illicit.
Well, I was, yes. He's bringing some drugs tonight, Joe.
Oh, my.
We're allowed to say drugs on the pod. This is a fucking satirical podcast. Everything we said on this podcast is all jokes. There's no actual intent behind it.
I'm not even gay.
Yeah, you're dead. Your dad just had a heart attack somewhere. Okay, so speaking of heart attacks, Joe.
Yes.
If you are so big and fat that you're at risk of a heart attack, people might call you chubby.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me think of our sponsor this week, Chubbies. Chubbies Elastic Shorts. When you find shorts that look good and feel good, you know you've hit the jackpot. You know what I'm talking about, Juicy Joe?
Oh, hell yeah. I've gotten to a few chubbies in my lifetime.
Oh, I bet you have, and they were not wearing the lining. They had no built-in liner there.
Crazy.
Chubbies has it all, from super stretchy shorts and swim trunks to pants, polos, and button-down shirts. They've got you covered, no matter what you're up to. Chubby's original stretch shorts first put the brand on the map, available in 4, 5, 5.5, and 7-inch inseam lengths. What's your favorite length?
Well, I gotta have the 8-inch because I'm fucking massive. That's my biggest problem with Chubby is they don't make underwear big enough for my huge peen.
I bet you have one that like curls up, kind of like an anteater's nose.
It bends down a little bit.
Oh, that's good. That's what the people want.
It tapers.
Well, so do these. They're made with the stretchiest fabric plus an elastic waistband for maximum flexibility. Joe, I got to tell you right now, Chubby shorts are fucking gas, bro. We still say gas?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I do because I'm not with it.
You're doing great. They're on fleek, is what I would say.
Got it.
Yeah?
They're Fire Flames.
Is that one we have?
It's one that we had in 2015.
If you were quote unquote reading someone and you had to say nice stuff about their shorts,
They're nice stuff about their shorts.
yeah, how would you describe cool shorts?
Cool shorts. How I would say, oh, nice dumpers, cake man.
What is the thing that people say?
I just think of that interview with Kyle Massey saying double caked up on a Thursday afternoon.
Look at this. These chubby shorts right here. I wear the double XL 5-inch short, and these ones are my fucking favorite, dude. I wore these like every day when I was in Europe. As you guys know, listeners of the pod,
Just streak to hell.
no, they're not streaked to hell. Those don't have the built-in liner, so I had to wear undies. My wife said I had to wear undies.
Okay.
God, I hate wearing undies. These are built in. Look at that.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
How do you hate wearing undies? They're the best part.
Oh,
They're the best part of the pants experience.
No, dude, I like to be fucking chafed and sore by the end of the day. Because think about it, if you're a premature ejaculator, the easiest way to get over that, start wearing denim pants, starch them down, get rid of the undies. You're gonna
Start sanding yourself down until you're smooth.
Yeah, your fucking nub is gonna be completely shorn of all nerve tenderness.
Yeah. And now that you know that they sell kits to regrow your foreskin.
Do they?
They sell little clamps and cones that you can put on your peen to regrow your foreskin.
I don't think that Chubby sells those.
I don't think that Chubby sells those.
I don't say that I'm a premature ejaculator. I say I'm an ally.
Got it.
Because you shouldn't have to be
That's
subjected.
the plus in LGBT plus is premature ejaculators. A lot of people are really throwing themselves in there now.
Yeah, I'm trying to end the patriarchy as quick as possible. So yeah, you get 3 from me, bitch. Whoops. Chubbies fucking rule. I mean that. When you want to level up your wardrobe, you've got to wear Chubbies. Verbatim. For a limited time, our listeners at Chubbies. Oh, whoops. For a limited time, our friends at Chubbies are giving our listeners 20% off. I'm going to get on this with the promo code Chubby at checkouts. Chubbiesshorts.com. That's 20% off your order with the promo code Chubby, CHUBBY. Support the show. Tell them we sent you. Embrace the freedom to move, the confidence to shine, and the style to stand out with Chubbies. Chubbiesshorts.com. Promo code Chubby. Dude, get yourself some fucking shorts. They rule.
Yeah, we can both fit into the same pair and pretend we're a centaur.
That would be really fun. You know what else is fun?
What?
Gambling on sports.
Oh, baby. Gambling is a lucrative and intelligent hobby.
Yes.
For fun-loving guys.
Right. I mean, you're gambling all the time out there.
Oh, 100%.
You're rolling the dice every time you go to
Every
Manhattan.
time. Condom who?
Condemnation.
Condom.
We know you love your alma mater. Where'd you go?
Penn State.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
You were the canary in the coal mine.
First off, I want to say sorry.
You put a lot of bad ideas in those coaches' heads.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, we know you love your alma mater. Show your support by betting on your team this football season.
Ooh, how did Penn State WVU go? That was a big game today.
Well, it's just like if you could only bet on your alma mater and you went to like Eastern Carolina.
Ugh.
Oh, fuck. I went to Duke.
No.
MyBookie lets you get in on the action with their amazing sportsbook and casino platform. You don't even need to download an app. Just click my link, sign up, and you're good to go. Lay down your investment before the season starts so you don't have to stress about it later. Hey, people of Earth, get in if you can on Broncos over 5.5 wins this season, all right? Sean Payton set up an amazing game plan where we're going to ground and pound the goddamn ball. We got a great offensive line. We got 4 tight ends. We got a fullback. We got 2 bruising power backs. So Bo Nix can't put himself in a position to blow it. Right, Joe?
Oh, absolutely not.
I would like to put myself in a position to blow myself. You ever think about that?
I think about it a lot.
Blowing myself?
Yeah, I think about it a lot.
Football's here. I'm doing drafts every day. Cheers to a great football season with MyBookie, goddammit. I love gambling, Joe.
Oh, it's the best. It's really, God.
It's my least favorite part of gambling is when my dad adds up all of my quote unquote wins at the end of the season and tells me, "Hey, buddy, is everything okay?" I shouldn't have said that in the ad read. There's no need to download an app. Just click the link in the show notes, sign up, and you're ready to bet. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin and use promo code Chubby to claim a bonus up to $1,000 on your first bet.
That's just free money.
$1K?
$1K
a grand?
for free?
A fucking rack?
Dude.
A rack of free cheddar? Where am I? The Boar's Meat outlet after the Listeria outbreak?
You are one parlay away from never working again.
It's 100% true. Joe is not being facetious. All you need is to put in one parlay with plus, 17 million odds, and you're good to go. $10?
And you're good to go.
Yeah.
Now you're buying teams. Now you own it. You can bet on a team that you own.
You can buy a minority portion of a team.
Buying a WNBA team.
Why is it so loud? Open that window. Tell me what's going on.
I will open the window.
Report back.
Computer.
That's Chubby's.
Ooh.
That's Chubby to start the college football season off with house money. Don't ever miss out on the action. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime. Only with MyBookie. CHUBBY. Awesome. So Joe is checking what's going on outside. I haven't figured out how to open up that curtain. So what that says about my intellectual abilities and intellectual curiosity is quite the indictment. So you think, well, I did that too. I gave it the old fold and scroll. Kid genius.
Try.
Yeah. It's gray out there. It's rainy and gray.
It's rainy. It's great. There's a big old battleship.
Yeah, that battleship. So that was another thing that I saw as soon as I woke up at like 5 a.m. Friday morning. I got like 4 hours of sleep. I woke up. I'm pissed. I'm fucking delusional. I'm not delusional. Is that the term?
Delusional? Disillusioned, maybe?
Disillusioned.
Disoriented?
Yeah. I'm not delusional. Am I? I'm going to
Maybe.
make it, right, Joe?
Yeah, we're all going to make
Everything's
it.
okay.
We're going to live in a hot tub together
God, I'd rather
with
live in
Ryan Reynolds.
I'd like to live in
Chris
a
Rock.
hot air balloon
Woo.
with a hot tub in it with Chris Rock and Ryan Reynolds.
Chris Rock and Ryan Reynolds in our hot air balloon.
Chris Rock would be like,
It would also be a time machine like that movie.
yes, hot air balloon, hot tub time machine.
We get the kid from The Office.
My Latino uncle, Patricio, I remember talking to him at Christmas time, and he was talking about how there's no funny movies anymore. And I was like, oh, yeah, what are your favorite comedies? And he's like, favorite comedies? My favorite movie of all time is Hot Tub Time Machine. He's like 78 years old. Yeah. Yeah, there aren't enough funny movies anymore. But we can change that. Well, I brought this whole thing up is because Joe here, I'm very, very jealous of Sweet Joseph, because he is moving out of the country to Luxembourg.
Yes, sir. I am a Luxembourg national. Last name Esch was upon approved list of surnames to repatriate the country a couple years ago.
Really?
And we pulled the pin.
So wait, Esch, you just having the last name Esch
Esch, yeah. Because
triggered an alarm.
So it indicates that my dissension from Luxembourg is patrilineal, meaning that it was a man every time, which helps you out a lot in Europe.
So Luxembourg's still just for the fellas.
Just for the boys, just like
Damn.
Joe Esch.
You're gonna
No
love it.
chicks allowed.
You know, the only thing that really gives you away for being a homosexual on stage, because, you know, anyone can be catty. I can be catty. But last night when you said, I'm on social media and following really does help, I was like, gay.
The number gets bigger and I get money.
But you're moving to Luxembourg, dude.
Yes, sir.
Lund told you not to, right?
Lund was like, don't do it. Stay here, build a life with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what you heard.
That's what I heard.
But not old Sam T. I told you to fucking spread those goofy wings and fly.
You were like, why would you not do this? What's waiting for you here?
You have nothing. Your life is small and empty. You're banned. You're banned. You're banned from the trough.
Exactly. You're not allowed. I've told you this multiple times. Like, you're not allowed to get in the trough anymore. Enough dudes have just torn it off the wall. He created a plumbing catastrophe. There's a lot of signage that's like, please don't get in the trough. If you get in the trough, we'll call someone and kick you out. Like, just get peed on outside. Just get peed on anywhere else.
Well, doesn't that just entice the perv who's into public humiliation more? But he's like, oh, if I get pissed on, I get kicked at and yelled at. Okay, I'll be in the trough, boys. Why don't you? Can you? I don't know if our listeners know about the trough.
So, a lot of gay bars have like a large. If you've ever
Trough
been to a
urinal.
baseball game,
Yeah, or a rodeo.
or a rodeo,
Yes.
you know, the pisser is just like one long urinal.
It's like a big bathtub.
And some gentlemen who are very acclimated
Pleasure seekers.
pleasure seekers who
Yes.
like the sulphurous, tasty good time of a golden shower will roll around like little piggies in the trough. And as a function of their lifestyle and diet, sometimes they tear it out of the fucking wall.
So there's big fat guys in the trough.
Oh, yeah, 100%. All kinds, brother.
What?
Different folks, different strokes.
I always assumed it was like the Monopoly man in the trough.
No, it is like old dudes.
It's
It
just
is
the
like
Six Flags guy in there. Yeah, I always thought that. I never thought there'd be a big fat guy who would like to get pissed on. I don't know why. I guess it fits their MO.
It's the MO.
Yeah, for
Pleasure
sure.
seeking.
Yeah.
So there's like one at the NYC Eagle. There's one at the bike stop.
The bike stop.
The bike stop is the one in Philadelphia. I don't know if it's still around. That's where all the creeps and the crawlers go.
The bike stop.
The bike stop. Ding ding, boys.
Ding ding. What's in my basket? It's penis and testicle. Fuck, man. Okay, so there's big fat guys in the trough,
There's
and they
big
rock
fat-
the trough so much that it rips it out of the wall.
Rips it out of the wall, so we can't have nice things anymore.
Well, that makes total sense that a bunch of guys get together to roughhouse. Of course, the bathroom's going to get destroyed.
The bathroom's gonna get rocked.
Are most of these bathhouses just completely destroyed because it's guys in there?
They do not smell awesome. I think they just hose it down with bleach at the end of every night.
Oh my god!
I say a lot of stuff is made of rubber. A lot of stuff is made of rubber. But like the jacuzzi is just soup.
There's
It's
a
just a
jacuzzi.
fucking. It's a lava lamp in there, brother.
Knock it off!
No.
Knock it off, you guys!
Like there are people who will come up and be like, "Hey, you're getting a little too rowdy in the hot tub. We don't want to bust in here because it just stays in the vents. It just stays and circulates."
So there's like a scold going around.
There is like a guy that's like, "Hey, don't do that."
That's a guy's job.
That's the guy's job. There's basically, and like the
he gets-
turnover is so high, it seems like a different person every time. But
Oh yeah, I mean the horrors these people must see, just walking around.
not to
in their-
mention, like you must be living a pretty transient lifestyle. If the only place you can work is the Pittsburgh bathtub.
they just got drifters.
They just got. Oh, you better believe it.
Hey, so what's my job in here, man?
What's
Well,
my-
you have to detangle rat kings, but the
You
rat
have to
kings are human
detangle rat
beings.
kings. Hose down the walls of various fluids.
A transient lifestyle.
It's not a good scene anymore, man. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if the pandemic or I'm just getting older. It's been a minute, and I'm fine with that. when you're just like a young stand-up traveling around and like you're literally sleeping with people just for like the chance to stay inside, it's really nice to have like a Blowie and a rubber mat to fall back on, but I can't do that anymore.
Can you crash there?
Oh yeah, the fucking once in Grand Rapids for like Gilda's Laugh Fest, I thought like the Greyhound isn't open all night in Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
So my plan to like go to bars until they closed at 2, just get drunk enough that I wouldn't mind sleeping on a bench at the Greyhound station, and then you get down there and it's closed. So I had to go to a place called the Ambassadors Club. Or was it the Diplomat? Something where it was definitely way too classy for what it was.
Yeah, there was a lot of lipstick on that pig.
Yeah. Where it's like, no, honey, I'm not going to the bathhouse. I'm going to practice diplomacy with the fellas.
I'm going to go hang out with men from all over the world.
All over the world.
We're going to work on being polite.
Yeah, I have to figure out this Azerbaijan situation, honey. I won't be back till 4.
I have to figure out how to navigate the Turkish invasion of Cyprus, honey. I'm going to be gone, and I'm going to come home, and I'm going to have to take a shower right away.
So the entry, like, what made this place unique, it was just someone's house. Oh. It was a house that someone refitted with, like, a jacuzzi and a bunch of rubber mats inside.
Whoa.
So, like, you go into this guy's living room, and they have, like, a little counter full of, like, poppers and toys and condoms.
Yeah.
Lubricant. They give you your key to the locker or to the room. It's basically, like, stalls, essentially.
Okay, so kind of like a Japanese like casket hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, gentlemen and I intimately know each other in the hot tub.
Yes.
Finish. I don't know how many details your fans want.
I think that this is a fun situation for the we have a lot of very open-minded listeners. And we have a lot of people who maybe don't get to have these kind of conversations with young, swinging deviants like yourself. So if you want to be lured, but don't fetishize your experience for the benefit of us.
Oh, no. You're fine. It's not like... Looking back on it, I'm glad
Let's take a minute. How great was my verbiage right there, huh?
It was very...
I nailed it.
Very tasteful.
I'm such an ally. I mean, I want to hear about you getting gaped out by some pig person for sure.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to, that's not who you are. You're not defined by what you do with your rod.
Oh, no. It's part of it where it's like... Yeah, if I was allowed to have a normal puberty where I didn't hate myself, I'd probably have like normal sexual experiences in my early 20s.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't, so I didn't.
Because you chose to be a gay guy.
Because I chose this lifestyle.
Because you put yourself on the cross.
Yeah. St. Andrew's cross.
That's right. Okay, so you and a gentleman are in the hot tub.
In the hot tub.
You have nowhere to go. You're just a young road dog in Grand Rapids.
Just Grand Rapids.
You have to host a 2 o'clock brunch show the next day.
4 hours. Yeah. I got to catch an Amtrak into Chicago. Mm-hmm. The Amtrak was so much nicer than the bathhouse.
Oh,
the
really?
train was so much nicer than the bathhouse.
Oh, God. I can't imagine the fucking 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. bathhouse in Grand Rapids that's in some guy's house.
It was crazy. There was like a dartboard on the wall. There was like a man cave.
Whoa.
It very much was like an Elks Lodge where people were blowing each other.
This is something that I'll never get to experience because I'm,
you
a
can?
straight guy. No, I can't.
You can. You can walk in there.
As long as shake everyone's hand.
Shake everyone's hand.
Fellas,
Thank you for your service.
Popping off in here. I heard you guys are up to some wacky shit, and I just want to observe.
I'm just here to learn.
I could walk in and say I'm here to watch, and everyone be like, "All right,
of
here's
course.
a chair for you." But then I got to watch a bunch of guys go crazy on each other's holes.
The craziest nights were in Pittsburgh. The bathhouse had a co-ed night on Thursdays.
What?
And the big open mic was at Ham Bones on Thursdays, so it would let out like 2 a.m. If you didn't want to go home, you could check out the bathhouse, but I'd always forget it was co-ed night.
You go from ham bones to bone ham.
Bone hams.
Yes.
I saw like 3 dudes working on the same person.
Was it a girl?
One huge fat girl.
Oh, wow.
Massive.
Interesting.
And she was just taking it from all angles.
Wow. So do you think that...
I was like, you have everywhere else.
This is our space. Quit colonizing our spaces.
I'm pretty sure, like...
She was getting colonized.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had the Dutch and the Portuguese and the Italians coming at her. She was like...
The Pope had to divide her down the middle.
So do you think these were gay guys who were just out for a bit of novelty?
No, they were straight pleasure seekers.
Wow. So
there's a lot of them. They're swingers. They just don't get to have that many... Well... I don't know what straight swingers are like. They just seem gross to me.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think there's a more dignified. If you're an old gay couple and you swing, that's probably. Anytime I meet, when I was in San Francisco, these two old dudes showed up and they had business cards and they were dressed like they had like velvet suits on. They're kind of dressed like they were in like a live action stage play of Clue. You know, there was like a Professor Plum and there was a Colonel Mustard, and they'd been together for like 55 years. And they gave me their card and it said "Professional Men About Town." But one of them was like the head epidemiologist in Oakland during the AIDS crisis.
Yeah.
So I told him about my wife being a doctor and like what she does, you know, with medically assisted treatment and gender affirming care and all that stuff. And he was like, "Oh, she's a saint. I saw so much shit, man." And then he just told me all these horror stories about what it was like to be on the cutting edge of that psyop.
That fucking the grids.
Yeah, the grids, dude.
The grids, gay-related immune deficiency syndrome.
Yeah. What a great name. We should have stuck with that.
We should have stuck with that.
Because AIDS sounds like you guys are trying to help us.
No.
But really, your blood's poison.
Have you seen that commercial for the AIDS chocolate?
No.
There was a diet chocolate in the 70s called AIDS.
No.
And there's a great infomercial where people are like, "I love my AIDS. Awesome. I have AIDS."
That's fun. Man. So yeah, I'll never know bathhouse culture.
If you've ever met Alex Bozanovak out of Detroit, he runs the Independent.
Yeah.
He and his husband are swingers. I think his husband.
Now hold on, is this public knowledge?
This is public knowledge.
You're not telling me tales out of school because Alex is a good guy.
Oh no, Alex is great. He tells me about his regular visits to the Body Works.
Well, I know, but does he talk about it on stage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Alex, guess what? You're about to get red.
Guess what, bitch? Apparently, his partner made a lot of his money on the IP tummydad.com back when Tumblr was a thing.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Tummy Dad.
Tummydad.com.
I would love to. So someone out there still owns Nathan Lund's website.
Whoever direct to the Steamworks.
Whoever the person was that was redirecting it to the Westboro Baptist Church or to the Donald Trump campaign, if you could please redirect it to tummydad.com, that would really make me happy.
What a rip.
Please do that. Let me know. So next week when me and Lund are on together, we can I can surprise him with his new website redirect. I bet Lund's a bit of a tummy dad.
Oh, dude, it would be like a 1-to-1 fan. It would be better than his actual website as far as fans go. It would be better than him just doing stand-up.
His SEO is like maximized. He's the #1 result for tummy dad.
Yeah, he just fucking kills in province.
It changes when you Google him. Instead of saying Nathan Lund and it pops up and says Nathan Lund comedian, it says Nathan Lund tummy dad. Yeah. Oh man! Now you were telling me a fun story about an engagement you had with some kind of scorpion collector yesterday.
There was a scorpion collector in New York.
And you brought him to such levels of lust and pleasure that he collapsed on top of you.
He collapsed. We were talking afterwards, and he just collapsed into the wall, passed out, eyes open.
And you were like, "Well, let's see what's in his wallet."
Yeah.
You rolled him.
I rolled him. I let all the scorpions go.
Yeah, you freed the scorpion.
I was like, "Run! You're free now."
When did you find out that he was a scorpion man?
I noticed after the throes of passion, there's a bunch of fucking scorpions everywhere. And like he kept the exoskeletons and shit. And I thought they were just wall hangers, but the more you looked around, you realized like, no, some of these fucking things are alive.
You gotta get it together, buddy. You gotta rein it in a little bit.
Dude, is this a Patreon? I don't want my dad having a heart attack.
We could Patreon it. We did ad reads though.
Oh fuck!
What?
Okay, no, we're good.
What do we have to rescind?
No, we don't have to rescind.
Does your dad listen?
My friends and family like to listen to the podcast,
really?
but I just won't tell them about it.
What? They like to listen?
They like to listen to anything I'm on because they love me.
Well, yeah, but we're gonna tag this. We're gonna hire skywriters above Pittsburgh to say Joe Esch, Chubby Behemoth, number 253.
Yep.
Oh shit! Well, you should have said that.
No, I'm fine. Post it on the free one.
Well, we did ad reads. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Oh no, Joe. We're all gonna be in trouble.
We're all in trouble. No.
I think what we should do for this video as well, since we didn't record video, is on the YouTube. You should send a bunch of pictures of you throughout the ages to Becker, and then he'll make a slideshow, and it'll look like an in memoriam to Joe Esch.
Fucking, as I slowly become more disheveled.
Well, so here's the thing. You actually lost a tremendous amount of weight. You were a bit of a Blobbo Gortman for a minute there.
For a minute there, yeah, I got doughy.
Yeah, and now you have like weird abs, which is
I have
strange.
gross, weird abs.
Yeah,
where you
your
can
body's
see my
so
ribs.
confusing.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Back in January, I made the swap, made the change. I just stopped going to McDonald's every fucking day.
Oh, you were eating like a child.
I was eating like a child. Yeah.
Yes. You were engaging in even more risky pleasure-seeking behavior.
The
And now-
mambo sauce was so good.
Oh, it is. But now you do, you like what? You bake a lot of shit?
I love to bake. I bake sourdough.
Yeah. You brought us those cookies, right?
Yes, sir.
Those were so good.
I got cookies. I made like that chicken salad sando with the bread I made.
Oh my God, and Lund didn't eat it, and I was like, dude, this is the best chicken salad sandwich I've ever had. And he was like,
Shut up.
Shut up. You're just trying to make me feel bad. Why don't you support me in my weight loss journey? I literally have glass in my fucking joints. It's called gout. And I was like, I'm not, dude. This is the best chicken salad sandwich I've ever had. There was dill on there.
Fresh dill is
It's
game changer, brother.
Joe, if you weren't moving to Luxembourg, I'd hire you to come over and make a garden in my backyard.
Oh, dude, you definitely should do it. It's
going
easier
to.
than you think.
We have a greenhouse. I'd feel like such a fucking spy if I didn't utilize that greenhouse.
Yeah, you're going to have a blast. It's just so rewarding.
But okay, Joe, let's say you have a greenhouse that's about half the size. If you are like the Pope on that fat woman on Thursday nights
Yes.
in Pittsburgh.
And I have to give the half of it to the Portuguese and half of it to the
Yes.
Spanish.
Exactly. The line of demarcation in this room. If you had that size of a greenhouse, what would be the things you would plant in there to have year round?
To have year round.
So let me tell you what I want. Tomatoes,
Yes.
dill,
Yes.
basil, mint. But I'm
Honest-
scared of mint because mint's going to spread out throughout the whole thing.
So mint, it's really like, it's aggressive. It's very aggressive.
It's predatory too.
I would recommend leaving mint in a large separate pot.
Outside of the greenhouse.
You could put it inside of the greenhouse as long as it doesn't share soil with other things.
Okay, so it's a separate pot. It's not going to like pollinate other plants like when you have like a
it's
weed
not
plant.
gonna like just sprout up other places if it's
Okay.
in a separate pot.
Okay.
I would not plant it in your greater herb garden. Also, go for like spearmint or peppermint. Don't do apple mint. Apple mint sucks.
I hate apple mint. I know what I'm doing with mint. What else though? What else is in there?
Squash is a really great cold weather crop.
Squash.
Like winter squash is fantastic.
It's a greenhouse. It's hot all the time in there, right?
Well, yeah, but the light is the big key.
What do you mean?
As the winter approaches, daylight becomes more and more scarce.
Aha. Interesting. So the moon is a tricky bitch.
The moon is a tricky bitch.
Okay, so you're saying squash would be good. Then I can have squash blossoms. I'll get the flowers, right?
Squash, yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, squash flosser. I have a little squash at home.
Yeah.
Well, I used to. I moved out and I left my garden.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're just going to kill that shit.
So you're saying squash in there would be good? I can do
Squash.
tomatoes.
Tomatoes, any cultivar of Mediterranean cabbage. So, like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower,
Ooh.
kale, all the same plant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and wild Mediterranean cabbage is responsible for.
It's a shapeshifter?
It's so basically.
It's the third gender of Monkey Man?
Yes, it is. It was a wild crop that grew in the Mediterranean, and if you like the way that the leaves taste, you would purposely like selectively breed it so it'd be leafier, and that
Okay.
became kale. If you like the leaves bunched together in small, you would cultivate that, and that became Brussels sprouts. If you like the leaves bunched together in big, that became cabbage.
I want cabbage. I want those long cabbages, man.
Oh, like Napa cabbage?
Yeah, that's what I want. And you can shave them and you can make pancakes out of them.
Oh, I don't buy that.
Oh, I
don't-
do it. It's so good.
Really? That's
Yeah,
good?
it's so good. You can make like a tortilla out of fucking cabbage, then you can eat as many nachos as you want and not feel bad about it.
Not feel bad.
Because the chips is how they get you.
I never feel
Put
bad.
that on my tombstone. Sam Tallent. The chips is
are
how they
what
get you.
gets ya.
Joe, what's it say on that recorder there? What time are we at?
We are at 108.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. This cooked. I was having so much fucking fun. You know what else is fun is seeing Sam Tallent live. Wouldn't you say it's the time of your life, Joe?
Oh, nothing better.
Brother, last night I might have been the funniest comic alive. I was fucking cooking.
Oh,
last
you were
night,
on
man.
fire up there.
I was just riffing. I was sleep deprived. I was strange. God.
The last time you did stand up was what, on the 16th?
Yeah, and it was in
Roma.
It was in Italy for a bunch of people who barely spoke English, and they were lovely people. But I had to get up there, and it was a knife fight in the mud.
Oh yeah, this is pin me, pay me.
Oh, Lund, no, I did well, and I tried, and I did 45 minutes. Lund bombed horrifically, but he had heat stroke. Pat did not have a good time because he had a bunch of jokes about Spencer's gifts and deeply American experiences.
Heat stroke is what I call wearing a Miami jersey and jacking off.
Hey, nice. You know what else is nice? Dayton, Ohio, September 4th. Columbus, Ohio, September 5th. San Antonio, Texas, a second show added down there at the Blind Tiger Comedy Club. Houston, Texas, 2 shows at the Secret Group, 9/7. Austin, Texas, the 13th, 14th, 15th. I don't know if there's tickets left. It's Rogan's Comedy Club. I'll be home for High Plains. I'll be at Skankfest, Bridgeport, Connecticut, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Big Diamond Comedy Festival. I'm all over the goddamn road. Joe, tell them where they can find you.
Europe. I have no dates planned so far. I'm just going there to figure it out. If you book a show in Luxembourg, let me know. But I'll probably pop around Paris, Berlin, London, wherever there's an English-speaking diaspora that wants to hear comedy. Amsterdam, 4 hours away.
You should learn Luxembourgish.
I should not.
There's a big market for that comedy. You know who you need to hook up with over there, though, legitly, is that Rick Diaz guy from Kill Tony. He's open for me in Amsterdam. He books a bunch of shows in Belgium and the Netherlands and shit like that.
Okay.
I'll hook you guys up.
Yeah.
And if you want to hook us up with a little bit of that sweet, sweet scratch'em, go to patreon.com/Chubby Behemoth. Join the Patreon. So much great shit over there. Sorry that we've been a bit erratic these last couple weeks. I've been trying to live a little bit. Don't worry, I'll be punishing myself with nonstop work for the rest of the year, everyone. I fucked off to Europe for 5 weeks. We shot a wide world. I know I'm justifying my behavior, but don't worry, guys. I won't be spending any time in that new home that I bought for the next 4 months.
Ugh.
So, pin me, pay me. I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.